guys. Tonight's topic, train or rest, injured or sore, am I overtraining? So one of our cool members, she's watching now, she came up with this topic. So she suggested this topic with a few questions. There's 4 questions there. I'm going to try and answer them all best I can. The first question was, what is the best way to recover from a workout? So there's millions and millions of ways you can recover, guys. There's millions and millions of different views and opinions on how to do it. So tonight I'll give you a few tips on how you can maybe speed it up a little bit or try and aid recovery. And then, we'll touch on all the questions. I'll try and answer all 4 questions, guys, best I can. Again, jump in at any time, ask questions, get involved. Anything doesn't make sense, just yell out, all right? Look, rest and recovery, guys, is super essential for all exercise plans, okay? Hello, CC. It's very essential to all exercise plans. You must, you must have some sort of post-exercise or after-exercise routine in place, as it definitely makes a huge impact on your fitness gains. You're going, Fabs. Say hello below, guys. On your fitness gains, your overall sports performance, and basically allows you to train much more effectively and efficiently. Unfortunately, though, a lot of people forget to put rest and recovery time into their programs or into their plans. Me being one of them. I'm sort of a do as I say, not as I do at the moment. But I'm trying a lot harder to spend time stretching, especially as we get older, guys. We're going to need it. Recovery and exercise is very essential to muscle and tissue repair as well, guys. I've done videos before where I touched on how it all works, but basically what happens when we exercise, we put stress on the body. Your hormones go a bit ski-whiff. You cause little microscopic tears in your muscles. All right, this is when we exercise, and you have to. So that's why we need to recover. All this stress and tears and all the nasty sounding stuff is actually very good. It aids growth and muscle and strength. All right, so it's not a bad thing. Most muscles need, they say, between 24 and 48 hours to rebuild, guys. So that's the reason, especially when we're doing weights and isolating muscle groups, that's the reason we try not to train the same muscle 2 days in a row. Basically, you want to give that muscle a rest, that full 24 hours to 48 hours. As when we're younger, yes, we can go out on the weekend, party all weekend, go to work, train at night, and never feel sore. But as we get older, like I said, I hit 30 and all the niggles start to kick in. Definitely for weights, guys, make sure you're getting that ample recovery, all styles of training. So I'll get straight to the tips, and then I'll move on to the next question. So a few tips, guys. First and foremost, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you replace all your fluids after your sessions. All right, during exercise, we can lose a lot of fluid. Back when I was an athlete or when I trained a lot, I could drop 3 to 4 kilos just in water weight from my session. It's very important. Hours and days leading up to, during, and after our exercise, we must stay hydrated and refill with water. Okay, water supports every metabolic function basically in the body, guys. It helps transfers nutrients, flush waste, and basically, run that body at a more optimum level. All right, so stay hydrated, guys. Lots and lots of water. My sort of go-to or my rule of thumb: 2 to 3 liters of water per day. All right, depending on your body weight and stuff and body size and activity. But every hour of intense exercise, drink another liter is what I tell people, and that's what I try and do. And every cup of coffee, have a glass of water just to sort of counteract that coffee, because it can dehydrate you quite a bit. All right, so just remember 2 to 3 liters a day, and an extra liter for an hour of exercise, and an extra cup every coffee you have. All right, that'll help keep your water levels up and keep you nice and hydrated. Healthy foods, guys, recovery foods. So when we train, guys, we definitely deplete our energy stores, especially when we're training hard and day to day, day in, day out. So you must refuel, guys. You must, if you expect your body to recover and repair and gain strength and grow and be ready for the next session, the next day, you must feed your body with, nutrient-dense whole foods, guys. A quick little tip to think about if you've got no idea what you're doing with your food. A couple little tips. So 2 things to remember. Your water, 2 to 3 liters per day. All right. And with your food, try to get your daily protein requirements, basically. So when you're trying to build muscle and keep muscle, you work on about 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. All right. So For instance, if I was 50 kilos, I would need 100 grams of protein per day. Okay, that's what I sort of base on. Women is 1.5 to 2, men 2.5. We'll work on 2 grams per kilo of body weight. When I say 2 grams, when I say 100 grams of protein for someone that's 50 kilos, that doesn't mean a 100 gram piece of chicken. All right, 150 gram piece of chicken may have roughly about 30 grams of protein. Let's just call it 30 grams. So over that day, if you were to just eat chicken, which I would never do, you would need, so if there's 30 grams per piece of chicken, you would need 3.5 pieces of chicken to get 105 grams of protein. I hope that's making sense. It's very simple. You still need to get your good fats. You still need to get your carbohydrates, your nutrients, whole foods, fruit, veg. But just if you can focus on getting 2 liters of water per day, extra liter for every hour. If I was 50 kilos, yeah, I wish. Yeah, so extra liter for every hour of exercise, and then just focus on getting your daily protein requirements, guys, and then eat the rest as well. So good fats, carbs. Couple of little tips. If you've got no idea, start with that. It'll change your world. Rest and recovery, guys. So rest and relax time. There's lots of ways you can do it. You can passive rest or passive recovery, which is basically, I've talked about this in other videos too, basically kicking your feet up, chilling out for the day and doing absolutely nothing, just relaxing. The body's a magical thing. It'll heal itself. It loves to be lazy. It will thank you for that. There's also active recovery. So active recovery would be something simple as going for a nice walk. All right, something really light intensity, something you're not going to have to, recover and repair from. And using this active recovery is actually great because it circulates blood flow, and that helps again flush out the waste out of the muscles and aid in muscle repair. I like the sound of that, yeah. So yeah, there's passive, active recovery, guys, which is great. And then there is cross-training, something I've also talked about. I won't go too much into it, but I've talked about cross-training. Simple terms, let's just use a gym, for instance. So retirement, yes. So if we're in a gym, guys, cross-training example could be doing legs on a Monday, all right, and then upper body on a Tuesday. So that way, on the Tuesday, you're not going to touch your legs in the gym, or you're not going to isolate your legs in the gym, and they'll get that full day's rest, and you could potentially hit your legs again on the Wednesday, or go for a cardio and then hit them again on the Thursday. So basically, cross-training is like training different parts of the body, so you're able to move every day. Cross-training is great for athletes. They need to train 2 to 3 times a day, some of them. Even just for good mental health, a lot of people come to the gym, including myself, to keep their mental health in check. You know, they love coming to the gym. It makes them feel good. So in order to do that without causing injury and going backwards in a way, cross-training is a great option. You know, split up your workouts and, find a good healthy balance that works for you. Another one, guys, stretching is very important. Like I said, I'm 30 now, all the niggles are kicking in. I'm trying to stretch a little bit more. We stretch after class. If you can take yourself 5 minutes after class or after whatever session you're doing, just 5 minutes is all you need to have a real gentle stretch. It's perfect for a cool down. While you're stretching, guys, just think about your breath, all right? Just think about your breath. Visualize. So athletes actually, like I've read so many studies, athletes visualize and manifest their recovery. So they're ready to go and kick ass again in their next session or their next bout or their next training, whatever it might be. So visualization is a very powerful tool, guys. Sit there, just think about your breath and just visualize your body recovering, and just take 5 minutes to yourself. That's going to do you wonders, mind, body, and soul. All right, guys. So stretching. A massage. So get massage, myofascial release and stuff, guys. So if you can't afford it, massages are great. They're going to improve circulation and flush out those toxins and waste, help you relax as well. Good time to yourself, good hour to yourself. Some aren't very relaxing, some can be very, very painful. They are the good ones though, they're great for you. Again, help flush toxins. It's a good tip. Cool, thanks, Mel. If you can't afford a massage, guys, or you can't get to a masseuse all the time, try foam rolling. Okay, foam rolling is just as good, guys. Before and after class is great. Before and after a session, it's great to warm your muscles up because it increases blood flow. And obviously the blood flow is great to cool down and aid recovery. All the little niggly bits, guys, you can get those little rubber balls, or you can get the tennis balls or a dumbbell and get into the shoulders and little joints that really, really hurt. If you're unsure how to foam roll, it's pretty simple. Look for a sore spot and just roll on that sore spot. Just hold it, especially with the balls, you get into the little joints. Just hold it on that point. It'll ease away after about 10 or 20 seconds, and then just slightly move it across, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters, and go again. That's a perfect way to explain it. If you need help with that, hit up a coach. We can help you out. Ice baths. You'll never catch me in an ice bath. I've been in the ocean and stuff before. I've done ice baths. I would never do that by choice. So athletes swear by ice baths, obviously, guys. There's, ice massage, ice baths. What's it called? Contrast therapy or something. I think it's where they like go hot and cold with the water. So basically, you can do it in the shower as well, guys, or they do it in spas when they've got the big facilities. But this helps you recover faster, reduces muscle soreness, prevent injury, obviously. So the whole theory behind this method is basically over and over again you're constricting and you're dilating or expanding your blood vessels, and this helps remove and flush out waste out of the muscles and tissues. All right, so that's why they talk about ice baths on hot and cold. Some people like to have that last bit of their shower nice and cold. Yes, you do, Mel. You're the only person I see there all day, every day. So yeah, ice baths, guys, not my thing. You might be up for it. If you are, it's proven to be very good. Personally, I can't give you much advice on it because I don't do it myself, but have done it. It's just very painful and very uncomfortable. More sleep, guys. Last but not least, make sure you're getting enough sleep. Sleep plays a massive role in all day-to-day life, especially if you're training every day at the gym. Sleep is essential. Sleep is when we get to, I've talked about sleep as well in another video. Check out my YouTube channel, guys, on Pro and Athletica's YouTube channel. Sleep, when you're sleeping, you produce the growth hormone, the main growth hormone. This is probably the major player in for tissue growth and repair and strength and the work. So sleep, get quality sleep, guys. Get to bed early, wake up early, feel good. Last but not least, sleep plays a massive role. There's a few tips. I hope that helps for the first question. The best way to recover from workouts. There's no right or wrong way. Just good rest, good nutrition, have a plan in place, and make it happen. Next two questions. One was, should we train through muscle soreness or should we rest? The other question was, how do you know if you're injured or you're just sore? So basically, I'm going to put these two together. I'm going to sort of talk about the difference between the two. It's hard to differentiate them because soreness can be quite similar, but I'll do my best for you. Got a couple notes here. So basically, muscle soreness, guys, that will typically peak 24 to 72 hours. So this is like a good muscle tissue damage. All right, this is called DOMS, delayed onset of muscle soreness. It's very safe damage to your muscles, safe damage to your fibers. It's very normal. It tends to feel very tender to touch. Quite sore. My butt cheeks are very sore at the moment. My hammies are very sore. I did a big leg workout. It's kicking in. Tender to touch, bit ache, bit stiff, bit sore. It's all very, very normal. Movement for this is probably the best thing. Keep your body moving. Go for some active recovery, nice gentle walk, or go work a different part of the body, but get the blood flow happening. And that will very much speed up the recovery for just general muscle soreness. What else? Yeah, like I said, consider some sort of cross training to get the blood flow. Pain, a bad pain, if that's what you want to call it. Very similar to soreness. It's very hard to differentiate. Like I said, you may feel pain during or after, but this generally kicks in within about 24 hours. And generally speaking, something tends to trigger this. You may feel something or something may not be right, but generally something will trigger it and you'll feel it. It's more of a sharp, generally, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you you're not or you are injured, but it's generally more of a sharp pain and something that lingers even after rest. Okay, so if it's extreme pain, guys, by all means, go get it checked out straight away. If it's something you're not sure of, you can give it a few days, possibly. Again, I'm not a doctor or a physio or anything like that, but if it doesn't go away after a good week, guys, definitely go get it checked out. And if it's painful or very, very uncomfortable, make sure you go get it checked out also. So that's the sort of difference. Like, you got things to remember, I guess. Is it just tender to touch? Is it a bit achy, a bit stiff, a bit sore, a bit tired? During a workout too, guys, actually, I should say, for muscle soreness, you can get that hot feeling in the legs, that lead feeling. That's just lactic acid buildup. That is very, very normal. You got to try and push through that 100%. Everyone's got a different lactic threshold as well, guys. I'm not going to go too much into that, but one thing to expect from exercising all the time is to build that lactic threshold and that pain threshold. For example, if I was to go for a run, my first run the other day actually, 4Ks, Nothing major, but for me, that was my first run in a while. My quads were quite sore, hammies were a little bit sore, but my quads were very sore. But if I was to keep running week in, week out, or day in, day out, my pain threshold and tolerance to that run would grow with time, as long as you do it properly and progress properly, not too fast, too soon. So yeah, but muscle soreness, 24 to 72 hours, achy pain. Bad pain is generally something will trigger it, and generally it's a bit more of a sharp, lingering pain that doesn't go away and causes a lot more discomfort. Should he train through this soreness? If it's just a general muscle soreness, it depends. There's always ways to work around it. Even with bad pain, depending where it is, there is always ways to work around it, I believe. So yes, I do think you should do something, especially if it's for your mental health. But definitely listen to your body, guys. We are all very different. If your body is screaming out for rest, you're tired, you've got brain fog, your muscles are just sore, you can't move, you feel like you need to go sit in an ice bath, it's that bad, I would never do that. By all means, guys, have a day off. You've earned it, rest, let the body recover for a good 24 hours and then go hit it again. But sometimes you got to think, is it just your head talking to you or is it your body? The body wants to be lazy, the head is telling you, if it's just, sorry, you've had a rough day at work, you're coming home late from work or something, you just can't be bothered, or I'm a little bit sore, I'm not going to go. That's probably not a good excuse not to go. Get to the gym. You don't have to think, especially if you're coming to Prana, you get there, we got the workouts planned for you, do your thing, you go home, and then you kick back, have a glass of wine, have some dinner, and chillax. I don't think you'll feel worse off from that at all. So should we train through the soreness? There's always a way around things, guys, most definitely, especially. So if you want to get to the gym, there's always ways to work around injuries and stuff like that, I believe. And at the end of the day, if it's just soreness, movement is great for muscle soreness. As I said, circulation and age repair. So yeah, definitely. I believe you should definitely train through sensibly and in a smart way. Train smarter, not harder, but yeah, definitely train through it if you can, if it's a good soreness. Doesn't mean you have to push through the pain. Sorry, I'm going around in circles here, but there is definitely ways around it, and there is ways you can move, whether it's just coming to have a good foam roll at the gym because you're not going to do it at home. Last one. I hope that answers it all, Mel, and everyone that was interested. How often is too often was another question. So basically, how do you tell if you're sort of overtraining? Pretty simple. I mean, a simple way to avoid overtraining is to definitely plan your rest and plan your recovery. Put that into your program. Make sure you have days off to rest or U time, or and proper nutrition, proper hydration. Make sure you put all that into your programs and you know what you're doing there. Allocate times for rest, allocate times for recovery, allocate times if you've got to cross train, whatever it might be. Everybody's different. Again, as I said before, athletes, they train 3-4 times a day, but their nutrition is on point, their hydration is on point. They do this day in, day out. Their rest is on point. They get their me time, to unwind and just be, so they can get there and, get there and give it 100% day in, day out, being an athlete. But everyday gym goers too, guys. Yes, listen to your body. You can definitely train every day. Just make sure you're getting your nutrition, your rest, your water, U time. Yeah. And again, everyone's different with lifestyles. Overtraining. Yeah, look. I believe that you can, if you're not smart about it, and again, you're not getting nutrition, yes, you can, but I definitely think you can train every day very safely. There is many factors as well, come to think of it, actually. Age, it plays a factor, activity, how experienced you are and stuff. So, yes, you can definitely train every day, guys. You can overtrain, but you can train every day, but just make sure you progress properly and train safely. End of the day, guys, everyone's different. Listen to your body. If you've got any questions, just hit up a coach or hit up someone that's been there, done that. And they may be able to help you out. I hope I answered everything, guys. Any more questions, just jot them below.